Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob here in front of the Great Wall of Comics. It's another Monday. We've got more packages, and that means it's time for another mail call. All right, so we got some packages here, and let's just do what we do on mail call. Let's open up some boxes and check out some comics. Now, before I open up these boxes, I do have a couple honorable mentions because in the heat of comics curing cancer stuff, packing everything up, which thank you guys. Oh wow, it was crazy. I needed some boxes, and there was a box that was perfect that I needed. It was sitting here, so I had already unboxed some comics. These were real simple from my man DJ. Links. First up were some books. I think these were from the con exclusive or something, but he was selling them or whatnot. Maybe not. But I had to pick up these. Love some Ahsoka, so Star Wars Mandalorian. Then of course the other big one was this stack here. This is all one book. This is copies of The Unnatural Order #1. So I picked up 10 copies because, well, it's me. And this is, of course, the Comics Curing Cancer exclusive. Thanks to the Comic Mint and Matt Wilson for that. These we had only 250 printed. There's a few that were damaged, and then we did some pre-orders. The pre-orders sold out. Depending upon when you're watching this, you might check the link. I'll throw it up here for DJ Link Shop. We have some that didn't sell out at New York Comic Con. They're at the table of the artist. The artist was busy with other things, wasn't really focused on moving books, but they were there. So he was sending those back to DJ, and DJ's got to look at them for damage and then put up whatever's remaining to sell. So they will populate. Let us, check them out if you'd like to get a copy of Unnatural Order #1, the Comics Curing Cancer exclusive with all the sale cost going to Comics Curing Cancer. So every copy you buy at $20, 100% of that $20 purchase price goes to Comics Curing Cancer. Now, let's get into the mail because that's what we all come for. Oh, sorry, shaking the monitor. Earthquake? No. First one up here. This is also from a man, DJ Links. I think this, or maybe this was some con stuff that I saw, and I was like, oh, hey, I like that. And he says, yeah, okay, I'll hook you up. Um, oh, nice. He's got it all taped down inside here, but with lots of pull tab action. So that's good. Let's see, get this out of my way. I gotta find a better way to get rid of packaging when I do this. I'm always just tossing it off to the side on the ground, and then afterwards I gotta clean it all up. And I'm not a fan of bending over to pick things up. Oh goodness gracious! All right, ooh, yeah, these are. Oh wow! So these are the New York City Comic Con exclusive. The Adi Granoff. Check that out. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Love it. He's got this clear backer boards and stuff. I don't know, man. That is sexy. I don't know if he put those in there or they came with it. And then this one is this also the same issue? Yeah, Mandalorian season 2, issue 5. So this is the E.M. Geist version. Those were sexy. So I'm happy to have those to the PC. Thank you very much, Mr. DJ Links, for facilitating that for me. Now next, this is an AOK. This is from, well, I guess technically it's not an AOK because we're trading books. I guess he reached out, Jean Malo, channel member. He saw my Instagram post. I've been posting some Bronze Age horror books lately, and I think it was I was posting Vault of Evil, and he noticed that I had like issues 2, something like this. I didn't have issue 1, and he had issue 1 sitting there. So here it is, Evil Vault of Evil issue 1. He said he'd send it to me, and he just asked. I sent him something back. I gave him some options, and he's chosen an X-Men, a DNA X-Men book that I'm gonna send his way. So this is awesome. Happy to have this here. Add it to the collection. It's got a big line through this, but he told me that up front, and I don't care because I've none of these books am I like really been seeking for as high value books. I've just been seeking solid reader copies. They just have fun covers. Happy to add that to the PC. Thank you, John. And then he's thrown in an extra book here. This one is an A-OK. I think he just sent it in here because it's an older book. Some kid had a lot of fun drawing all over it. Billy the Kid. Thank you, sir. All right, slab time, babies. Today, we have some pretty decent... First of all, we have a book that I said I didn't care about. This is a repetitive theme. I've had a few books where people have asked me about, oh, hey, are you going to get this book? Like, I don't know, like this X-Men, Giant says X-Men over there. And I said, I don't care about it. It's not my thing. I don't need it. And so we have a book like that today. It's another one of these books that I said, it's not part of what I'm collecting. I don't need it. Okay, I did. I lied. Hey, well, I'm talking about this. Guys, have you hit that like button? If you don't mind, press that like button. I really appreciate it. It really helps this to get put out into the front of more people. That helps with ad revenue. Of course, the ad revenue, like everything on this channel, all the monetization goes to support comics curing cancer. So, all right, so this one is not that one that I was just talking about. This is a different book. This is a pretty big key. A character who's not gotten the love. Used to get some love, and he still has some love in certain sets. I think that, you know, he suffers from being in a particular genre that is a little bit narrower focused. There's less, not necessarily as many fans of, but more importantly, his TV show. There was a TV show featuring this character, and it was not well received. So that really kind of has taken a little bit of luster off of it, but still a major character. As we've learned, one of the characters has been around for a long time, although not necessarily always in the same individual, and that is Iron Fist. Here we have the first appearance of Iron Fist in Marvel Premiere number 15 in an 8.5. It says, origin and first appearance of Iron Fist, first appearance of Harold Meacham, death of Wendell and Heather Rand. So the death of his parents. But yeah, so there we go. First appearance of Iron Fist in a nice 8.5. Really happy to add that to the PC. It's one of those books that I feel at some point, I mean, it's still not, it's not like it's an everyday book you find, or it's not like a dollar book or by any stretch of the imagination. It has value to it, but I think it's one of those books that, especially as we get older, this is a 1974 book. It's now almost 50 years old. That it's one of those books that it's going to get up there as people, it starts to get older and older. So there you go. All right, so this is it. This is the book I said that I didn't need. A lot of my friends had it. This is a book that I said I didn't need it because it was a book it tends to be somewhat pricey. Well, yeah, no, it is pricey. It's a pricey book. It just depends on your scale of pricey. I mean, it's not. I wouldn't say that it's, it can be. Actually, let me rephrase that. It can be, depending upon the grade. But as we always say, low grade is better than no grade. So you pick up a low grade copy that's affordable. but it's a book that I said that I didn't necessarily need to have because it wasn't part of what I was collecting. I was collecting Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man 1 through 100, and this book was not part of that. However, other people would argue that it is sort of because it comes in during that range, because it's the first annual. But more importantly, it's the first appearance of the Sinister Six. So it was like, you know what? I've been eyeing it. Finally, I found one that was like way below market for some reason, and I looked at it over and over again. I looked at the seller. The seller had a reputable rating, and I just said, "Forget it. I'm going to claim that now because it is." I mean, this book. Look, the backside's got ripples all down here. This could be pressed out technically. Uh, there is a split. This is the so actually it doesn't. There's no point really in doing it because I can see right here. I mean, on the front here we obviously have some abrasions down here. This is the issue that's going to control the grade. If I get it just right here, you can see the cover is torn from here, and it runs through Spidey's leg here. So that's about a 3-inch, 2.5-inch tear in that, and then it looks like the cover is split part way up there. So that's going to limit the grade no matter what. Its maximum it's going to get is maybe a 2.5 if you really clean it up. There's no point on that. I have no problem with books that have tears like that when you put them together they present clean or have splits. I think it are great books to have as a low grade entry level book, to be able to get into a book that normally, like if you get this book in a 5.0, you're north of $1,000 for a book like that. Whereas if you can get a book like this that presents phenomenally, looks good, and it's a low grade because of that tear or split like that. But once I put it in the case, I'm not going to have to deal with it. I'm in. I'm all in. Now, this one does have a name written on the cover, C'est la vie. Anyway, so there it is. The first appearance of the Sinister Six. So that means now, for those people tracking at home, I still only need issue 3 to complete my Spider-Man 1 through 100 slabbed collection. But for those people who thought I needed to have this one, there you go, added to the collection. All right, guys, let me know. Let's say, I don't know, which do you prefer? You can only have one. I like to ask this question. You can only have one. Are you taking the Iron Fist, or are you taking the Spider-Man annual in the low grade? So keeping the grades the same way. Which one would you take? Sound off down below, hit that like button, and until next time, guys, make sure you collect what you want and don't listen to anybody, including me. I mean, I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.